Guys, what's going on? Hope everyone is doing good. Just a relaxing Saturday afternoon here in Seoul. Like I mentioned yesterday, we had our final class and it was just such a relief. So after that, actually I had some friends over. Like half of our class came over and we just shared some snacks and we had some chicken and drinks. We were just hanging out, having a good time, playing some games and listening to music and stuff. Just kind of enjoying the last weekend here in Seoul for most of us. At one point during you could call it a party. It was a very small party, maybe a get together is a better term. One of my friends jokingly asked me, she was like, she didn't want to say it, but they were just basically saying, "We have a question for you, Saul." And the question was, again, this was a joke. It was like, "Saul, are you gay?" And like, I was laughing because clearly, obviously, I'm not. I mentioned to another flatmate that lives here. I said, "Do I look gay?" And they were like somewhat surprised and they disagreed. And I said, "Okay, come on, like gay people, they look different for the most part on average." And I actually said it in a positive way. We were talking about, and I said, in my opinion, gay people look nicer. They're more put together. They go to the gym all the time. They take care of their hair. They have a certain demeanor. And I kind of understand that because maybe if I was gay, it would be difficult for me to communicate that to everyone else. So if no one really knew that I was gay, it would just make it that much harder to, find other people who are gay and partners and things like. Anyways, that's a different topic. But I kind of laughed it off, and I was like, no, of course not. But it's funny because someone asked me that just yesterday, so 2 days in a row. People jokingly asked me if I was gay, which it got me to thinking of the topic that I wrote on there today, and that was what is the default relationship status? And for me, I just think being unattached or single should be, and I mean definitely for me is the default. There's nothing wrong with going into a relationship and spending time with someone and things like that, but your default really shouldn't be to be in a relationship unless it's always like you're just with the same person all the time. But if you're the kind of person that you're always searching and you're always spending time and you kind of think that your happiness or your status relies a lot on having a partner, on another person, then it's I think it's just better to focus your time, effort, and energy on improving yourself and your situation. If you're at a very comfortable level, then yes, maybe you can shift some more of your focus in that direction. But for the most part, most of us, it just seems like they put so much value, so much stock into having a partner, having a boyfriend, girlfriend, especially here in like Seoul, as I mentioned before, it's a very couples oriented society. I mean, they wear the same clothes together, same shoes, and they always go out and do stuff together and stuff like that. But that's just the thought that I had. It's like you don't need to have someone else all the time. You should be able to enjoy yourself being on your own time, and you'll be able, to be honest, if you're like still in a certain phase where you're younger and working, I think it's also a more productive way to spend your time. There's a lot of guys in particular, they just spend so much time. I know for sure, I have friends personally, they spend so much time trying to look, find, and attract girls. It's like a full-time job, it really is, or like a lifestyle at least, to be on these like messaging apps all the time, to be on Tinder, which doesn't even really have the nicest quality of people for the most part. And just to be going out all the time. If you go out like on a date, that's basically going to occupy your entire night. So if you were studying or working that day and the evening is the only free block of time you have, forget about trying to squeeze in 1 or 2 productive hours. That's just not how it works. But I don't want to segue too far off. It's just the question that I posed for today is what is the default relationship status? I think for some people, they're on the other side. They think I the default is like me being in a relationship, and if I'm not in a relationship, I need to find someone or I need to focus and do everything to lead to that. Whereas other people, and myself included, we're quite comfortable being unattached and single and focusing our time, effort, and energy on just being productive and building things up like that. But let me know what you guys think. Agree, disagree. I just think this is quite an important topic because, like I said, there's so much time and emotion and just so much that you invest into a relationship or the lack thereof if you decide to that it's not that important and that you're okay with being by yourself, single and unattached. But okay, guys, that's the update for today. Hope you guys think about that and use it for future decisions and stuff like that. Let's talk soon. Take care.